Hello everyone, this is Michelle Patterson with Angel Souls, and this is your March 2015 Angel Oracle card reading. And for this month, I'm going to be using the Healing with the Fairies Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And then I will also pull a card from the Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle cards, also by Doreen Virtue. So stay tuned. Hi there, Leo. Let's see what's coming up for you for March 2015. Got stuff coming out already. There is a general message for everybody that the angels are coming through with, that I've been telling everyone, that you need to be very rooted and grounded this month. And that's not to make you feel like, oh, I have a storm to weather or something like that. It's just there's great potential for healing. And if you fly away with surface level situations, you might miss that chance to do some deep cleansing, even, let's call it. Okay, so the first card up is kindness. We have making new friends. This has been coming up for a lot of people. Making music, that's been coming up quite often too. And visualization. These are all very common cards with everybody else. So there it is. All right, so let's get you a health card going as well, something you can focus on throughout the month. There's a card popping right out, so let's see. At least that's the one I grabbed. Okay, unconditional joy. Let's get into it. So the first card we have, like I said, is kindness. And this is asking you to always remember the kindness. Judging others because they're not doing the things that you want, or not doing them the way that you would do them, or not giving you the love and respect you think you deserve. Everybody's equipped with a different blueprint, and everybody is equipped with their own perspective, okay? And we cannot control that perspective. What other people's journeys are, it's not our business, all right? Remain in kindness and compassion, no matter whether we agree with what they're doing or not. What are y'all saying? Okay, well, this, for some of you, this might be a month where you're forced back into kindness. And what I mean by that is, some of you might have done some things that just wasn't very nice. Wasn't very nice. You judged someone, or you were putting a bad energy out there. Some of you, like, I don't even think you realized you were doing this, but you're putting a bad energy out there, and then maybe somebody called you out on it, and then you lost your temper. Well, this somehow is coming back. It might be somebody else doing that to you and pointing out that you're not being very kind, or, you know, it could be you making amends for that. There's something around that where you're being asked to come out of your head a little bit and realize that maybe you're not always right. Okay? I know. That's really tough, isn't it? And they're also saying that you'll be happier. Like, is it fun to have conflict? Not usually. Not usually. It depends on what kind of person you are and if you really love doing that. But in kindness, everyone can be understood. And in kindness, everyone has room and capacity for free-flowing love. All right? And that's the state that you want to really strive to be in. Again, for some of you, the lessons that you've experienced before will come back and you'll have to face them again. Or you take it upon yourself to extend that apology or whatever, and you open that kindness between you and another person or a group of people, okay? And through this, because you break that energy, you're making new friends, you're making new connections. Again, when I said, you know, you're in that state of kindness, there's this free flow of love between the two of you. It's a much nicer place to be in than, like, you know, being defensive or being judgmental or whatever you're wasting, leaking your energy on. You can stop it now, because you're going to get with some new people coming in, and these people really light up your heart. So for some of you, okay, it could be love partners coming in, potential love partners, or even like new best friends, like people who really help you expand your mind, help you really open your heart. You're really having a beautiful connection with them. That's a very cool thing. Okay, so next card we have is Make Music. And what I've been pointing out with everybody about this card is that this Make Music can be very, very healing. This is more about sound healing. So you can do tuning forks, you can do solfeggio, S-O-L-F-E-G-G-I-O. I spell it every time. I learned my lesson a long time ago because somebody told me about solfeggio, and I'm not even kidding you. I looked up every different spelling of it, couldn't find it. So I'll spell it for you. There it is. So making music itself can be very, very healing, but you want to be careful of what kind of music you're listening to, okay? The beat, the music itself carries a frequency, a vibration. The words are very powerful. Those carry a vibration, right? So you want to be infusing, and they're actually making me feel like music can penetrate like the deepest parts of your brain. So, you know, I mean, if you're going to listen to music that's very agitated, you're going to be very agitated. If you listen to something that's very calming and soothing, you're going to be calmed and soothed. It's pretty simple, right? All right. So the last tool we have for you is visualization. Yes. So make sure you're doing that. And if you find that I don't want to call this turmoil. That seems like such a heavy word. It's not turmoil that you're going through this month. It's more about you're not perfect and you're finding out. Someone's letting you know that you're not perfect this month. And it can really jar you. I mean, it could be something like maybe someone you've been married to for 30 years goes, you know what? I have always not liked this. It makes me feel like this isn't, we don't need to go down that road and talk about that so much, but you know, it could be something like that. It's just very jarring. It just sort of feels like it's coming out of nowhere. Or it could be somebody trying to get you in check, and this, as they say, get you in check, and your ego flies up, and like, that's what we're cautioning against, and that's where the visualization comes in. Okay, you have to rise out and around that ego consciousness and remember why you're here. Okay, and if you are one of those people out there who goes, well, I'm here and I have a special mission and all this stuff. We all have a special mission, right? This whole reading feels very, sorry guys, I love you, but this whole thing feels like maybe it's time to get that ego in check. Okay, maybe it's time to go, you know what? Everyone has something to contribute. And I'm going to be in a place of love and kindness and you know, appreciating the beauty and the specialness of other people as well. Okay? And it's very interesting because, hold on, let me get this full message. You being in the ego recently, or maybe historically being in your ego, depending on who's listening to this and what your situation is, it's always coming from a place of fear. It's coming from a place of insecurity. It's like how do I want to say this? It almost feels like you're fearful that you're not going to be loved, so you go out there showing everybody why you're lovable. Does that make sense? That's just one example. All right, but they're definitely making me feel like it's coming from a place of insecurity. You have to report back about how this manifests in each of your lives, because it feels like in March 2015 something goes ping. Look at that. Oh, now what are you going to do? Like, not anything that you can't handle. I don't want you getting scared. I don't want you getting worried. Nothing. It's not like that. It's sort of where you might go, oh, maybe I do that a little bit. You know, you might have to kind of admit a wrong or something like that. And again, depending on who you are, that could be something where you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I was doing that. I'm so sorry. Or it could be where you're fighting with somebody. Don't fight with anybody. Don't do that. You know, listen, look at all these things you got going on here. All these tools that you can use to still grow and learn from the situation, but do it with love and kindness. Okay? So the health card we have here is Unconditional Joy. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me appreciate everything that makes me happy right now. Now, this isn't about you getting selfish. This is about you tapping into your true essence, remembering what's truly important, trying not to get involved in petty arguments, but also still honoring and seeing the why behind why somebody might be coming up and saying what they're saying to you. Again, there might be some deep pain there, and you know, you might have triggered that pain if this is a very close relationship. Okay, it could be something like that. This does not indicate that there will be any breakups or anything like that. It's asking you to remember the unconditional joy, and remember that, again, that everybody is on their journey. Everybody's doing their thing, and they might not always match up perfectly to what your goals are. You're going to have points of friction. You're going to have some distortion here and there. It does not mean that you're a bad person. It does not mean that the other party is a bad person. It just means y'all had some like screeching and squawking, and you might be in a place now where that energy has a chance to even out. and get back into an equilibrium. Okay? So there it is. I love you guys so much. Have a great month. Take care.